Problem 3. So the main focus, so every single video has a main focus. And this is going to be topicked on factoring out. So this has a lot to do with our distributive property, which is taking the same factor and factoring it out to make the thing easier and simplifying that parenthesis. So you should already be familiar with the distributive property by now. Okay, so let's see how we can apply factoring out in the distributive property to this problem. So we have 78.16 times 1.45 plus 3.14 times 21.84 plus 169 times 0.7816. So let's first think about what we can factor out here. So do you see any repeat of digits? Well, I see 7816 being repeated, and another reason why I can immediately figure out we need to factor some things out is because I see addition and multiplication. So that usually means distributive property. So really, now I'm thinking about 78.16 and 0.7816 because I can't factor it out until they are exactly the same number. But they're not. So right now, we have the decimal point behind the 8 right here, and this is in front of the 7. So how can we make this easier? Well, do we first want both of them to be 0.7816, or do you want both of them to be 78.16? I mean, if more decimal digits make somehow the calculation more easier to you, sure, you can go for turning them all 0.7816. But I personally work better with whole numbers. So I'm going to be changing these into 78.16. So how I can do that is I'll write separately right here 169 times 0.7816. Well, over here, we're trying to move this decimal point right here, which means that we need, so this is equal to 78.16 times something. But we can't just write 169 right here because then that would change the value of the whole thing. Something also has to be changed to 169. So if we times 100 to this, we also have to divide 100 to this, which means moving the place value 0 2 times to the left. So this is 1.69. So now we both have these in 78.16 form. We can factor out the 78.16, and in the parentheses, we have 1.45 plus 1.69. And then, of course, we have 3.14 times 21.84. So in here, we have 1.45 plus 1.69. And this equals 3.14. And now we have 3.14 and 3.14 here. So that means we can again use factoring out to factor that 3.14 out. And in here we have 78.16 plus this 21.84. In a lot of problems they have, you do the distributive property even like 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, or even 5 times. So it's really, the distributive property is a very, very basic property you need to know when calculating. And what's surprising about this is in here, we simplify the parentheses and it's just 100. So this ends, we just move this decimal point back, and we have 314. So our final answer is 314.